Hello everyone, this is Venugopal. Today in this session, we will discuss the types of variables in Python, that is local variables, class variables, and global variables. To understand these types of variables, let us write one program, class, demo class. Inside this, I'll declare one function called as sum or addition, add, where I'll take two variables like a comma b. Now, whenever we are declaring any variables inside the function, that variables are called as local variables. Local variables means what? This variable can access only within this function, this add function. If I want to do some addition, I'll write simply like a plus b. That's all. And to execute this function, we'll create one object and we'll call d dot add by passing the values 10, 20. Right? We have declared one class. Inside the class, we have declared one function, and we know that in my previous video only we have explained this is the instance method, right? And whenever we are declaring an instance method, automatically the self first parameter is added. Okay, and then a and b I have declared two variables, and the variables are declared inside a function, that is add function. So these variables are called as local variables. So to access the local variables, right, we can directly access by using their names a plus b. If I'll execute this one, you will get the output like 30. Okay, so coming to the point, if I'll declare some variables directly inside a class, for example, x comma y, or okay, x is equals to, for example, 20, or I'll take some different value, 1 comma 2. Now these variables are directly declared under the class. So these variables are called as class variables. So what is the definition of class variable? The variables which are declared inside a class, they are called as class variables. Or you can also say this as an instance variables. Okay, now if I want to access these variables, x and y, inside this add functions, now we need to take the help of one keyword that is called as self keyword. Suppose if I try to access directly x plus y, let us check what happened. It's showing an error. If you observe carefully, it is showing a red line. That means what? It is showing an error that you cannot directly access this x and y, because this x and y are not are the part of your add function. They are the part of actually the class, demo class. So we cannot directly access them. So if I want to access still this class variables, we must use here one keyword that is called as self.x plus self.y. Now, what is self? Self represents here the current object. The current object dot x. That means what? Now here we are accessing what? The class variable. Accessing class variables using self keyword. To access local variable, we not require any additional keywords, right? But to access the class variable inside one function, right, you must use what? Self dot, right? So if I'll execute this one more time, you can see two outputs. First one is 30 and second one is the addition of 1 and 2. So this is called as a class variables, or we can also say that is instance variables. Class variables or instance variables. Now we'll come to the third type of variable, that is called as a global variable. Global variable means what? Which is declared above the class variables, top of the class variables. For example, m comma n equals to, I'm taking 100 comma 200. Now these are the global variables. Now we know that we already learn in probably in C, C++, the global variable can be accessible anywhere in the program, any of the functions. Okay. And with the name of only m and n. For example, here I want to execute that print. I'll directly use m comma m plus n here, right? So accessing global variables directly. Now, if I'll execute this one, let us make it comment as this is a global variables. And if you execute, you will find out 33 and 300. 300 is a value of this global variable. 100 plus 200 is 300. So this program is very simple, right? So whenever we want to access local instance variable and global variables, right? These all are the solutions how to access. But this thing is different. I mean, here, if you carefully observe, my local variables are AB, my instance variables are xy, and my global variables are mn. I mean, these all variables names are different. So that is the reason why whenever we want to access, for example, if you carefully observe this local variable and global variable, as the names are different, so we are not getting any kind of confusion here. If a plus b is there, that means it's a local variable, and m and n is there, that means we can understand this is a global variable. But what if the names of the local variable, instance variable, and global variable, if all the names are same, then how to access this kind of variable? So to execute that, what we will do, we'll take these all names as same name. For example, m comma n. My global variables is m comma n. My local variable is also m comma n. Now to access local variables, again, the formula will be same. To access the local variable, you can directly use m comma m plus n. Now to access this class variables, right, we must use self dot m and self dot n. Okay. Now what about this m plus n? If I'll use this m plus n same here, now always the preferences will be given to the local variables. If I'll execute this one, you can observe that the m and n, the first value and the last one, global variable, local variable and global variable, you are finding that the values both are same. But this doesn't mean this 30 means it is going to access the global variable. This is given the preference to the local variables only. That is the reason why you're getting the same output. But I want here to access the global variables, not this local variables. So now in this case, whenever the local variables and global variable names are same, then we must use one keyword called as globals. So globals is a keyword. Globals in a square bracket, we need to mention in a single quotes, that is m plus, again we'll use globals square bracket and single quotes n. Now this is the syntax. This is the syntax if I want to access the global variables whenever the variable names of local instance are same. Now if I'll execute the same output, you will find out now you're getting this is the local variable, this is instance variable, and this one is the global variables outputs. So I hope you have gotten a clear idea to how to access the local variables, instance variables, and global variables whenever the variable names of all this type of different types are same. So that's it for this session. We will come up with some more videos. Till then, keep watch. Bye bye.